It is Thursday Night Live, and welcome to the show. We are moving in a completely different direction today. When I talk about different direction, I don't even think he knows what direction he moves in sometimes, because that is the journey of a journeyman. And a journeyman has absolutely no final destination. And it's been rather shocking to hear recently that he's retired from going to football matches. We'll only see him in the grounds, in the terraces next year. That is shocking because he's at every game, sometimes 3 times a day. It's almost like medication that he takes morning, afternoon, and at night. But it's his consumption of football that has got all of us talking. Botha Msila, relaxed today on TNL. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Robert. Let me greet all the viewers and everybody watching Robert Marawa show. And then I just want to say to them, Hela yalo kitawayo.
Let's get into the ndaba mvanumdana. Let's get into it. You know, we all know this is a world famous figure of Botha Msila.
Yes, Robert.
Why, where, and how did this journey of football begin for you? Who was the person that said, let's go and watch football? Did you play football?
Robert, this thing, it's in my veins. It's in my blood.
Yeah.
I started following football when I was still in my mother's womb.
Hey, man.
This shows that how passionate I am with this thing called football. Football for me, it's a way of life. Without football, I'm empty. Without football, I'm nothing. I grew up a football person, and I was fortunate enough to play football. And after playing football, I was lucky enough to play a major role in terms of making sure that football is being recognized as the number one sport in our country. I've made a mark making sure that football in our country is being regarded, and all the other sponsors came in board to take part in this business called football. We played a major role in football. I was also a player who encouraged other young players to become the future stars of this country. I also played a major role in terms of encouraging other supporters in the stand to sing for their different clubs, to make sure that they support their clubs, even though the club is winning or losing. You can see all the different stadiums, all the fans, they are no longer blowing vuvuzela. All the clubs are singing. Why? Because the contribution that we made in football, it makes a major role. We played a major role in football. I was lucky to play football with the likes of my CEO of the club, Kumbulani Kongo, who were playing in the different clubs. So I played football when I was a young kid. I eat football, I drink football, I sleep football. Like you said, Robert, I'm like someone who's taking medication 3 times a day.
Yes.
That's my thing.
Now, when you talk about playing football, and you played with Kumbulani Kongo, at what stage was that, and why didn't you want to become a professional football player? Because at that time, it was fashionable to be a football player. So why didn't you play?
Robert, you must understand I was from Free State.
Yeah.
Now, the few of us who were fortunate enough to play for professional league.
Right.
We have associations that were not eager, prepared, and maybe trying to make sure that they take our talent to further steps. There was no one who was taking us serious. So we're playing football like youngsters, not prepared to play for professional.
But how
league.
good were you, though?
I was good, Robert. I was playing in the middle park.
Yeah.
Like the likes of Dr. Kumalo.
Yeah.
He was one of my role models. I was playing football that will entertain the fans, because I like football that makes the supporters to pay the last cent to go to watch to go to the stadium.
But what stopped you, though? That's the part that I want to get. From you becoming this great footballer, so if you're talking about playing in the midfield and you're bringing in the famous jersey number 15 into the mix, it means that there was something good about your football. So why didn't we see Botha then on the professional field as opposed to Botha in the stands supporting professionals?
You know, Robert, we were playing against the team of Kumbulani Kongo.
Yeah.
And then I was playing in the middle park, like I've said. I was very good. And then there was a player from the side of the Kumbulani side, which the team was called Ravens. And then that guy, he kicked me like nobody's business. So I get injured. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, it's better for me to quit football.
What was it, the knee?
Yeah, it was
Or
somewhere here.
the shin?
Yeah, the shin. Yeah, it was somewhere here. So then I had to quit football and focus on the other side.
Did they break it?
They break it. And then I put something like...
The plaster, what?
plasters,
Yeah.
those stuffs, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put those stuffs.
And that was the end of your career?
End of my career. And then I said, I won't stop attending matches. I won't stop to be a football person. That's why I choose other side.
The other form. All right. And that is part of the reason why we're interviewing and chatting, having a conversation with Botha Msila, is that the issue around football has to do with fans as well, because very few fans get the kind of recognition that they deserve. They are the lifeblood of football in South Africa. They're the lifeblood of football worldwide. But it's just certain individuals that stand out, like he stands out, like Abo Sadamake stood out, like Abo Nchebe stood out. Those are individuals in football that made a difference, that brought joy to many people's lives. And we can never, ever forget their contribution. So when a born, bred, buttered in Bloem,
Yes.
and family-wise though, because I like to clear rumors. Somebody says, Botha's going to so many games. Where does he find the time? Is he married? Does he have kids? Maybe this guy won the lotto, 100 million rand. Now he doesn't have to work. There's so many different fascinating stories about you, and I'm sure you've heard some
I've
of
heard
those.
some of them, Robert.
But when, who's Botha, and why the consistency through all of these years of doing what you do?
It's a passion, Robert, that drives me to do
Yeah.
all this stuff. Number one, I have 2 kids. The other one is 17 years old.
Right.
He's doing matric as we speak. The other one is 4 years old. It's a boy and a girl. And then I'm not married. Because the reason why, it's because if you marry someone, you need to give someone quality time. You need to play a role in the love affair. Like you're playing a role in football, you still have to play a role
At
in
home.
the love affair. You can't just marry someone else and keep it in your place and say, you wait for me until I come. It's not fair.
But you've never been married.
I've never been married, Robert.
But you've been married to football.
I've been married to football.
And football has been your wife all along.
All
and you've
along.
been committed to that
I've been
wife.
committed to football.
Yeah.
Football is my first wife.
Because you would have been divorced though.
I should have been divorced by now.
Yeah, I mean, make no mistake, it is no joke. Had you been
Serious.
married, you would have been divorced. But
It's true.
do you regret the fact that your love of football maybe overtook your love for another human being who would have been your wife?
It's true, Robert. You must understand, Robert, in life, even in the Bible, God said, I love someone who marries someone because you make my job easy by taking someone and taking care of me, because I'm no longer gonna watch over her, because you already taken her to take care of her. So I must focus on the other side. So for me, I feel like, Robert, I have robbed someone else. I've robbed myself to do all other these things properly. On that side, I've robbed myself. Even God, I think, will punish me for that. And then even my kids will also punish me for that.
But you have quality time for them because, like you say, if you don't have a wife, but you've got the 2 kids, one's in matric already,
Yes.
how much time have you been able to have as father and son, for example?
To be fair, Robert,
Yeah.
for my son, I've never given him a chance to sit with him and teach him how to become a man in future. I've never done a contribution as the father to my boy to become the better father for his kid, or the better father for the whole community, or the better boy or a father to the nation.
Because you've chosen to do what you do,
Yes.
which is to love football.
To love
But do you believe that you still have a chance Do you believe that you could still turn that around, where Botha is now physically in his presence, and that you can guide him, that you can talk about life, you can talk about football, you can talk about so many different aspects of him now, because, you know, after matric, he's an independent person.
Eish.
You know, do you believe that you will get to that stage where you're able to do that?
It's up to me, Robert,
Yeah.
to get to that stage before it's too late. Because I'm going to blame myself, and he's going to blame me to say, you never did anything to be part of my life. You were too far away from me. I always see you on TV. This weekend, you'll be in Cape Town. This weekend, you'll be in Joburg. The other week, you'll be in Polokwane. I always see you on TV. Now, it's up to me to sit down with him and give him the other side. That my boy, it was a passion that drives me. But the passion, the other question will be, but tell me, the passion that pays the bills, it's a good passion. Does this passion pays the bill? I'll say yes, because you are now in matric through the handout from people who were helping me.
But wait. Because that's the part now. I was going to get to that. You've overtaken me. I know you're very good at hiking, but now you've hiked right past me. Because if you're going to say to me that when you have that one-on-one and he's questioning you and saying you did not have the time for me, but now I am thankful because I'm in matric.
Eish.
How were you able to pay for him through school? How were you able to pay for him to have clothes on? You have clothes on as well. How were you able to do that? How does Botha make sure that there is that income that grooms him to be where he is now?
Jeez, Robert, it was tough. It was very difficult, Robert. But as I'll say, through the grace of God, I've managed. There were so many players, per se, who played a major role in terms of assisting me. Sitting down, listening to my story. Because some were saying, but now, Botha, if you say, I must help you because you want to hike to another game. I heard the rumors said that you are sponsored. But why are you asking? I said, my brother, you are hearing from the horse's mouth. It's me who's telling you the story. I'm not sponsored.
You've never been sponsored?
I've never been sponsored.
Wow.
The PSA doesn't pay for my bills. SAFA doesn't pay for my bills. No one is paying for me. I'm doing this out of my pocket, and I'm doing this out of the asking from the people in different stadiums. And the players will be saying, my brother, it's for the first time I heard this news. I heard you talking with Robert. I thought it was just a conversation, a joke. But today, because you told me this story, my brother, I'll try to help you in each every games. The likes of Tinchano Chabalala, who was playing for Platinum Stars. He helped me a lot while I was still playing in Royal Bafokeng. He helped me a lot.
Platinum.
And then so many players like Bo Andile Jali, they played a major role. And then Bo Sambu, they played a major role. I can mention so many players who helped me, who always say.
So what do they do? Do they physically come to you and say, Botha, bam, bam, van, you know, here is something to take care of you.
Yes.
We appreciate and we are thankful. You know why I say that? I remember Mam Joy.
Yes, sir.
Mam Joy said to me when Senzo Meyiwa passed away,
Yes.
how Senzo played such a role in making sure that he says thank you to her after every game. The thank you can be a physical thank you. The thank you can be from Senzo to her, Mam Joy, Siabong, Bamba.
Bamba, yes.
You know. So was your thank you, was your ATM payment a Bamba from some of the players? Vanumdal, Baba.
Yes,
Bamba.
Robert.
Was that how it was working?
That how it works. All of them, they will be saying, I'll be fortunate to go to their bus before they leave. And then I'll maybe meet Andile Jale. I said, Andile, I'm going back to Bloom tomorrow. And then he said, can I sort you out? Yes. I said, wait for me. He will go back to the bus, came with a cash. He gave me a cash to go back to Bloom and attend another game if it goes to a push. And then you'll help me. Let's say I go to Marisbeck game And then I meet some Kicken Buchanan. He used to play for Celtic.
Yes.
And then he'll also say, you going to Bloom tomorrow? I said, yes. Bam, bam, for it. That's how it was working, Robert. And fortunate enough, some will give you bulk, some will give me small cash.
Yeah.
So those who will be giving you bulk, the one who will help you to go back at least home to put something on the table for your kids.
What's the most that a player has given you?
1,100.
Do you know who the player is?
This Andy Lejal. Each and every game he will give you. And I still remember when he was playing overseas.
Yeah.
And then he came for Bafana Bafana. He wallet me 2,500 just to say, you come into Durban for our game, yes. He will allocate you 2,500. It's for transport and then accommodation when you get to Durban.
Wow.
So he was helping me a lot, Robert.
And he didn't have to.
He didn't have to. He was not forced to do that.
Yeah. Everybody knows Botha's a Bloemfontein Celtic supporter.
That's it. Yes, Robbie.
Other fans know that Botha hates Kaizer Chiefs. I don't know. I'm going to get to that part. I can't confirm that. It's a rumor. And that is why we've got this show, to wipe out the slate. Why doesn't he ever sit with Kaizer Chiefs fans? Yazonda uBotha. That is what the people are saying. Today we crush those rumors. Because we're here, one-on-one, with this man.
Hey, Robbie.
No, you know these things, Bab. We're
Yes,
not here
Robbie.
to mess around. Siyayikhipha mfana, siyikhipha ngaphakathi, siyifaka kule shower cap, pa.
Pa!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Siyifaka emakhaleni, siyifaka esigqokweni,
Yeah.
siyayikhipha. Yeah. Jali never played for Celtic, did he?
He never played for Celtic.
You're #1 fan of Bloemfontein Celtic.
Thank you, Robbie.
So he's doing what? He's just appreciating it.
He's appreciating what I'm doing. And then he also saying, if you are not being helped, let me give you my last cent. Just to say thank you, my brother. Because you are no longer a Celtic fan. You'll be coming watching Pirates. And then I'll see you singing with the supporters of Pirates, encouraging us players in the field of play to do wonders.
Platinum Stars were playing, I think, in Maritzburg United.
Maritzburg, yes.
So there was probably about 15 fans
Yes.
sitting in a grandstand. A whole Royal Bafokeng.
Yes.
This is a stadium that has seen Cote d'Ivoire, Drogba, everybody was there. But there were 15 fans there. I think
Yes.
there was more security and first aid people than there were fans.
There were fans also, yeah.
And then all of a sudden I heard this noise. And you were there,
Yes.
coming with a group now of about 50 people, singing it.
Yes.
And I'm looking at this game, I'm like, what does Botha want here? This is Maritzburg and Platinum
In
Stars.
Platinum Stars, come on.
And the next thing, there was a vibe. And even the guys on the bench sat there and they were looking up. Aibo. Now all of a sudden, Kalili game.
Kalili game.
Although it's 20 minutes into the first half, but but all of a sudden you arrive and there's life.
There's life.
You know, then the game picks up.
Thank
and
you.
Hey, hey man, Pastor Paul, you okay, man, I'm thirsty, man, coach.
Coach, give me water.
Now we can't hear because you're singing.
Thank you, Robbie.
But why though? Why is it in what people would term a so-called lousy fixture out there in the Northwest, you'd be there? Why?
You know, Robert, I always listen to your show. And then you are the only presenter who cares about football in our country. What hurts me is when you talk about the issue of the fans and fans are not acting, or fans are not trying to help what Robert is trying to do, to sell football, to attract sponsors. You always say, I watched the game of this and this and this. There was empty stadium. Where are the people? And us fans, we are neglecting as if Robert is not talking to us. The show is for us, the fans.
Sure.
So it hurts me when you go to Maritzburg and see empty stadium, but football is playing, and the fans are doing nothing. So I take that initiative. I said, let me try to help what Robert is trying to do to sell football in our country, to attract more sponsors. And then I said, I'll attend each and every game to be among the fans. Which are those fans? 15 fans. It means if I'm 15, there will be 16 with me. And then next game, there will be 20. The other game, there will be 50. And then the rest will come. And then there will be stadium with more fans singing, understanding what is important.
But is I hear you, Botha, and I hear you, but I also don't hear you. Not because I've got a hearing problem. Is football dead in South Africa from a fan point of view? And I say this because back then, if Woodbank Black Aces were playing against PG Rangers, if Morocco Swallows were playing against Durban City, there were fans all the time. It was full. It was full. Blackpool, it was full. What's the feeling? Never mind the derby. The derby will be full. Chiefs, Sundowns there, Pirates, Sundowns. Yes,
Perfect,
okay.
yeah.
But in between, what are they saying to you? Is the game boring? What are the fans saying? Because indirectly, I can trust you to tell me and tell everybody around the world what is the problem.
You know, Robert, I'll go to watch Maritzburg playing, example, Platinum Stars, way back. And then you get to Maritzburg, you are in town. And then some fans will see you. They will say, hey, sorry, man, what is playing today? This guy is staying in Maritzburg. My goodness. I have to explain, to be patient, because I need him to go to the stadium. I'll say, Maritzburg is playing Platinum Stars. At what time? My goodness. 7:30. Do you have a ticket for me? Hey, my brother, I just arrived now in Maritzburg. I was hiking from Bloemfontein. I don't have a ticket.
So you are a CompuTicket now?
I'm a CompuTicket now. For him to go to the stadium, I must make sure that I get him a ticket to go and support the team that stays in Maritzburg. Now they will always complain that, my brother, I only hear that there's a game today because I see you. Why? Because the market here in Maritzburg is very poor. We only hear when Chiefs is playing Maritzburg, when only Pirates is playing on Sundowns. But other teams, you won't hear even in the news, in the newspaper. There won't be a big market that the team are playing. So they were complaining that the market system for the games it's very, very poor. That's the thing that makes them not to go to the stadium. And the problem is other games are at night games. And then when they go back to taxi rank, there are no taxis to take them to their different townships, and they're staying too far, and it's risky. So
those are complex problems.
Those are the complex problems.
But for the record, though, Maritzburg United have done well on a Friday night to bring fans to the stadium.
Jesus.
The Blue Army has been coming through.
I'm so happy, Robbie.
Yeah, so that makes a big difference.
I'm so happy for that.
Yeah. And they're doing what you're doing. They're singing.
Thank
There's
you.
no blowing of a vuvuzela.
Thank you, Robbie.
They are singing.
Yes.
So they're setting an example. They found a night, Friday night, and it works for them. And we are happy for that. There's two things you said there. Let me pick up on them. When a fan sees you, and then they're going to ask you, hey, when's the game? So indirectly now, you're almost like this marketing bus, marketing truck.
Mobile.
Yes, a mobile truck for PSL.
For PSL, yes, Robbie.
Because now you turning, it's like going into church, and then people are saying, I was also on. Yeah, but when was Owen's oh, asonte so now let's go to the stadium.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, but that thing bugs me because it also is shameful in a way, because I don't understand then why has nobody sponsored you?
Robbie, I think it's because I think God has said, don't do anything for this guy. It's my property. I'll do anything for him so that my powers will be seen through him. I don't know. I don't know. Serious, Robert, I don't know.
Are you spiritual, though?
I'm very, very spiritual, Robert. You're Robert.
Yeah.
You know, church, it's a first thing for me. If God can come and say, stop football, I'll stop it, Robert. You'll be the first one to know that God has talked to me and said, I must stop this football. I'll stop it.
Okay. I was going to come to that later. But now that you're knocking on my door, young Ngongos, you want to talk about this issue. Botha has not been seen in the grandstands for quite a while.
Yes, Robbie.
People have speculated that there was a member of his family that had passed away.
Eish.
People have speculated that, as he says, he doesn't have a wife, so his non-existent wife has passed away. People have speculated so many things. They said he's not well. Uyagula. Sesibhedlela, uyafa, uBotha. But there he is, here today, in the splendor of this wonderful space that we are in. But let's park that issue. Why aren't you attending football anymore?
Robert, I think everybody have seen, or some have heard about the trip I took to Egypt.
Right.
To be fair, that trip drains me mentally, physically, and health-wise.
Why?
You know, Robert, I was thinking like there was no tomorrow in my trip when I encountered some difficulties along the way. I was thinking like I've been tasked to think. So my thinking tank was working day and night. I didn't get the time to sleep because I was thinking. You won't believe that when we stayed in Moyale border in Ethiopia, we slept for 3 days. I didn't sleep for that 3 days. Because I was thinking each and every second, Botha, are you going to stay here for 6 months? Or are you going to stay here for 3 days? Or are you going back to your country?
Were you regretting?
I was regretting, Robert.
Wow.
Yes.
Why? What was happening? Because you never got a chance to come back and tell the country. We saw you in BBC. We saw you in BN Sport. Yes. We saw you around the world. Everyone wanted to speak to this man with the shower hat. And they were like, Botha, 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 Botha. You were the hero. You were the superstar. You were winning fan of the match awards. Yes. Everything was happening in Egypt. You were the superstar.
Thank you.
But nobody has come back to say what happened in that journey.
Thank you. No one did came to me.
Yeah. So Ethiopia, there was a problem. You were thinking, what was going on there?
It was tough, Robert. We were denying to pass to Ethiopia because of the visa issues. We struggled a lot, Robert. We struggled to an extent of, even some guys were saying, you might be staying here for more than 5 days or 7 days. Counting, I must pass Sudan, where there's a war. And I must stay maybe 7 days again, struggling in Sudan. After Sudan, I must take another trip to Egypt. By then, the tournament will be done.
Well, if you're alive.
That's what
you can't just walk through a war and then people are shooting and there's Botha, then they stop shooting because you are Botha.
You are Botha.
That's not going to happen.
It's highly impossible. But must start alone.
Yeah.
Up.
So that was already dangerous on many fronts.
Yes.
You know, me, I'm very honest. Allow me to be honest. Your frustrations were also because you were naive.
Yes.
About the visas.
The visas, yes.
Yeah. So when you thought you could start in Cape Town and walk, and someone opens a door for you in a hotel in Egypt.
Thank you.
That was your thinking?
That was my thinking, Robert.
Because Botha can do it from Bloem
to Cape Town.
To Cape Town, Mpumalanga. You can do it wherever.
There's no stopping.
But now, borders.
That's what I'm saying.
Wars. Strife. Disease. You name it. You had to encounter that.
Thank you, Robert. My name is Botha Msila Langa. I took that initiative to hitchhike from Cape to Cairo, and then it was a very difficult trip. But you must understand, in my country, I'm also doing the same thing. So I said, if I do it in my country, why can't I do it here also? I'm here in Cape Town, Greenpoint Stadium, where I'm going to start my trip, Cape to Cairo.
This thing called a visa, what did it teach you?
It teaches me that other countries, they respect their laws. You don't just get into any country and think because you are from South Africa, you are a god of South Africa. You must respect the rules and regulations of each and every country. It teaches me that whatever that you do, you must make a research before you do it before.
And you didn't?
I didn't. Robert.
Your research was, you looked at your feet, you said, I've got 2 feet. Your research was, I've got a nose, I can breathe. I've got arms, I can use. Let's go.
Perfect.
That was your research?
That was my research.
There was nothing else?
The other research is that I still remember you were doing an interview.
Yeah.
And then you were counting the kilos I took from Cape to.
Yes.
So I said, if Robert says I've made 4,000 kilos, and I checked from South Africa to Egypt how many Ks? I said 10,000.
Easy.
It's easy, man. I can make it. I was not thinking, hey, wait, nah, this is not South Africa. You can't make it like go.
Yeah.
No, it's highly impossible.
Yes. And if there's a problem, and again, remember
Yeah.
how the players are paying you. About Charlie. Hey, Bamba.
Bamba.
There.
There's no
And
bamba.
there's no Bamba.
There's no bamba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead,
it's a problem.
they Bamba you.
They bamba you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get arrested.
He Bamba's the other way.
That's a problem.
Yeah. So
Even
now-
if my friend Alufa,
Yes.
we were convincing each other. We even call each other, said, hey, man, visa issue. Man, if I checked, we're gonna be late to get visas.
Yes.
So what must we do? Let's go, my brother. We'll see in front. Let's go. And to be fair, Robert, I was lucky that, before I left, I called the office of SAR. And then there was a lady who said, Botha, let me give you the number of Untate Beni Kuchani. Then he's going to do visas for the players. And then he might help you. And then, Robbie, I tried to call him and then try to ask him to do something for me. But unfortunately, I didn't succeed.
Yeah.
And then I said, it's fine, because he was referring me to another guy, Dominic, he's working with friends, whatsoever. So it was.
But you are
like,
one person.
I'm Robert.
That is, in talking about this story, it's a fascination, which is also a disgusting fascination, is that you are one person.
Aish.
You're not asking for your whole community and the
come.
neighbors
Aish,
to,
Robbie.
to be helped. But the irony is that those people did not help you,
Yes.
were the same ones that when you arrive now at their hotel in Egypt, everybody, hey,
Hey,
and
you
they're all
made it,
around
yeah.
you. Hey, they want to take photos,
Wow, yes,
posting on
send it to you.
Instagram,
Come on, Robbie. Ish.
But how did that make you feel though? Because you can't even describe it in words. Is that as a South African that we've all known who loves sport, what did that say to you, given your struggles? And I'm going to come back to Ethiopia and what you were thinking. But what did that make you think? Did it make you think, Uguti, all this sacrifice you've made has been in vain
Aish.
when nobody can just help with the visa?
Oh, Robbie. You know, Robert, to tell the honest truth, before even we approach Ethiopia, I did some other interviews addressing the issue of the visas. I was thinking that someone will just call me and say, Botha, since you are now approaching Zimbabwe, you are left with Tanzania, Kenya, Ethiopia. We'll try to make something for you. Keep on working, then we'll do something for you. I'm not special, I know that. I'm not special. But I'm saying, I try to do something. I was not going there for fun, to go for the wedding or to go and visit Mo Salah. No, I was going to watch my country competing in a big tournament. So I was expecting at least someone to say, Botha, keep on going, my brother. We'll do something for you. We know that in Kenya, no visa. Tanzania, no visa. But you only stuck in Ethiopia. But don't worry. When you stuck in Ethiopia, everything will be sorted. And then when we get it to Sudan, don't worry, we've already arranged with other people. They will take you to another route. It was supposed to be done, dead, Robert, because my trip started in Cape Town.
Yeah.
When
But again, to be fair, and this is where you and I have to be honest, is that you never consulted those people. So they did not know. You did not ask.
Yes.
And it was you.
Yes.
It was a noble idea.
Yes, Robert.
When I spoke to somebody about that trip, they thought it was actually a sponsored trip. Somebody trying to raise awareness.
Awareness about it,
hey,
yeah.
hey, but it wasn't. It was just you deciding
Thanks.
you and I walk. So in all of those things, there are lessons to be learned. And you talked about being naive, and you talked about all of those things. But when you were stuck in Ethiopia, and you were having the regrets that you were having,
Ish.
then what made you re-energized again to then have the energy to be recognized in Egypt, to continue this journey? Because you were doubting yourself, man.
Yes, I was doubting.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, talk about
to be
you.
fair.
Don't, you know, I'm not part of this conversation. Talk about you and the challenges you had as a person
Yes, Robbie.
and football as a whole.
Yes, Robbie. Like I've said, when I was stuck in Ethiopia, which is Moyale border, and then I see myself as a failure, and then I see myself as a useless person, and then in simple language, I was see myself as matata chance, and then I see myself as a who's a chance? Who's thinking is we are papa? Yeah, I saw myself like a stupid. Up until Robert, to be fair, up until you called me, and then you said, Botha, don't go back, but you rather go back to Kenya. We'll help you to facilitate everything for you, so that you can go to Egypt and witness your team, Bafana Bafana. Your country, Bafana Bafana. Your pride, Bafana Bafana. What you did to me, Robert, it was, that's why I said, Robert, God is doing things miraculous.
Yeah.
Then he said, no, Botha, don't worry, you won't go back to South Africa. I've got people who will help you, which is Robert Marawa, and then people who were surrounding you. And then I was helped to go to Egypt. You helped me to fly to Egypt, while I wanted to go with hike up until I get to Egypt. But God said, no.
Would you do it again?
You stop here.
Would you do it again?
I'll do it again, Robert. It's a learning curve. I've seen...
But smarter.
Smarter.
Yeah.
Perfect. With no disturbance.
But you would not want to do it alone, though.
I'll not ever do it alone.
Yeah.
I'll do it with
somebody else.
Somebody else, yes.
But you would need somebody to take care of you in case something happens. There's a lot of dynamics.
Thank you.
So when I come back to your faith, because you said you're a strong believer.
Yes, Robert.
So what then about your faith allowed you to make this decision now? And correct me if I'm wrong. Your decision is that you're not going to go to the stadium anymore?
Yes, Robert.
Until 2021?
2021, yes.
2021. Confirm that for me. I'm saying it because that is what I'm hearing.
Yes, Robbie. Like I've said, Robert, through the trip I took to Egypt,
Yeah.
I felt that I need to go back. I'm talking about Christianity now.
Right.
I need to go back and thank God for being on my side, for my trip to be successful. This trip will never be successful if I didn't ask God
Yeah.
to give people who are relevant to help me. I'm not saying those who wanted to help, they were not relevant. But God has appointed people who can make this trip to be successful. The likes of you, Robert. I'm not saying he didn't appoint Safa to help me, but they did nothing. No. I'm saying God has appointed people that he knows exactly that this one, they won't fail me.
But will you not miss the game? Surely if you've been attending so many games, there's the derby on the 29th. Yes, it's not Celtic, but it's a derby and you're always
yes,
there.
I'm always there.
Then what happens? How are you? It's almost like somebody becoming a vegetarian. Going to shisa nyama, vurvai nyama, wow. And then you wake up, hey, salad.
Yeah, I'm done
Cabbage.
with- yes.
Coleslaw.
Coleslaw. Yeah.
Coleslaw. I'm coleslaw.
Green beans.
Yes. Beans and what?
Yeah. And fish. More
Fish.
meat.
Salmon.
Yes.
It's that drastic a change
Yes, Robbie.
in terms of your diet. And I'm using diet, but your diet is for football.
Yes. But it's not that Botha is no more in football. No, Robert. I watch football.
From home.
From home. And I enjoy seeing what we have taught other fans like your Sundowns. They're doing it nice. I'm so happy for that. Good. And then I've seen Pirates. They're also doing nice. I'm happy for that. And including other teams, they are doing nice, Robert. It means what we try to do, it's working on our advantage. So for me, to sit at home, Robert, I just want to regain more energy, strength, and power and come back like nobody's business.
It's only February now. That is the part that confuses me.
Yes.
Is that for you, who's been such a meat eater,
Yes.
football eater, consumer,
Yes.
these years on a regular basis, how do you disconnect like that and not have the... You come across as somebody who, hey man, you want something to happen. Yeah,
Yes.
You can't be in one place
Yes, Robert.
without feeling fidgety, you want to do
yes,
out, you know. How are you going to manage this? Because Tati Pelun, and then they'll punch you and then... How is that going to be possible for you?
It's only possible, Robert. You know, some of my fans, they will always call me.
Yeah.
My brother, why can't you just come and be amongst us, even though we're not dressing Celtic?
Yes.
Just to be amongst us, because
You
don't understand. I even went to the doctor. He said, Botha, you need to rest. I was having a stiff neck. I don't know what to call this, Robert. I didn't get a chance to turn. It was difficult for me to turn. But the doctor said, my brother, please, man, rest enough. You must rest enough. You are not resting. And then it's going to kill you, because I was having a headache every day. Even people will see me, Robert, in the game, singing. But I'm having a headache.
And you're choluka,
Robbie. You see, that was the thing. Then the doctor says to me, Botha, you must relax, my brother. You're not relaxing. You are not. I'm telling you, you are not relaxing. And it's important for you to relax. So I was forced, Robert, to take a break and relax enough.
Conversation with Botha Msila, known not only in South Africa but worldwide. That is just the strength of and the power that he's had as far as supporters are concerned. Okay, we're going to see him only in 2021. That's the unfortunate part. He has said it, he's declared it. So if you see him at the stadium, know that he was lying on this show. That's as simple as I can put it. Do you hate Kaizer Chiefs?
No, I don't. I've never hated Kaizer Chiefs.
They say you don't support them.
No, I don't.
They say you don't sit.
I just want to make the statement clear, Robert, to everybody.
Right.
I don't hate Kaizer Chiefs. I've never, ever hated Kaizer Chiefs.
Why is there a perception that you hate them?
There's no perception. Robert, people they don't understand. Going to the stadium, I normally support smaller Yana teams, those who don't have fans. And basically, when I support the bigger teams, like maybe Sundowns and Pirates, because I go where the fans are singing. I go where the fans are showing their passion. I go to the fans, those who are making sure that they are here to rally behind their club. But now, if you check to Kaizer Chiefs fans, I've never seen a crowd where they sing and then supporting their team.
So they're very quiet.
They're very quiet. Okay. And I'm not that kind of a person.
They are borega,
Robbie, man. Okay. I don't like that.
So when they're busy doing their nails and then they...
WhatsApping.
Yeah.
I don't
so you
like
want the energy.
Thank you, Robbie.
Yeah.
You have seen now, Pirates, some used to do that. But they've changed.
Why don't you? In the same way you did in the Platinum Stars, Maritzburg United,
yes.
Why don't you go to the Chief side? Hey, Vugan. Wake them up. Show them how it's supposed to be done.
Perfect, Rob. If you can check now, the fans of Chiefs, they are those ones who are sitting behind the poles. Those are the ones that I think they understand the reason for them to go to the stadium. I'm going to join them. And there's a branch called Greater Johannesburg branch. Umamasi's Fefe.
Right.
Those branch, they know now that they are going to the stadium to rally behind the team. Singing is becoming fashionable now to Kaizer Chiefs.
Right.
This is now I'm saying, next season, you'll see me among the fans of Kaizer Chiefs. Why? Because now they have a corner where they sing. Because normally, Robert, I don't want to associate myself with the fans who throw missiles, with the fans who throw cabbage in the field of play. Because I'm going to be amongst them. I'm going to be the one.
You don't want to be part of the thugs.
Thank you, Robbie, sir. Now you got my story.
Right.
Now, that's why I'm saying to all the Kaizer Chiefs fans, I don't hate. No, I've never hate Kaizer Chiefs. No. But I'm saying, at least if they can have their own choir where they sing, support the team, that will make me, because I even hear the very same Bobby Mutau saying that Kaizer Chiefs fans, you must copy what other teams are doing. Stop going to the stadium and have your own issues. He was saying that in your show. Stop doing issues. I want to see my fans going to the stadium, doing what Celtics is doing, doing what Sundowns is doing. Please, my supporters, copy what other teams are doing. Support your team. Sing for your team. Rally behind. It means Bobby shows that the supporters, they are not taking their part in the stadium. Now, because they are doing it, Robert, I'm going to be part of them.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
So next year, 2021, when you come back to watching,
Amen.
you'll be inside.
Hallelujah.
Pagat.
Pagat inside.
Okay.
Makos.
Because it's their 50th anniversary now. You almost 50 now.
Yes.
Your birthday is coming up on the 5th of,
Thank you.
of March.
Thank you, Robbie.
Yeah?
Yes.
How are you celebrating that, though? Because it's cool, man.
You know, Robert, when I grew up, I was not lucky that my parents will buy me a cake on my birthday. No, I was not lucky, Robert.
Right.
I don't even remember my birthday.
Hey, man.
To be fair.
A celebration? Nothing?
Nothing for me, Robert. I've never celebrated my birthday. Where I'll go somewhere with friends making a party since till today.
What about now? This year, 2020?
This year I'll be sitting at home, I think maybe with my two boys, by myself. I'm going to spoil myself. I'm going to buy myself a cake and 2 liters of Fanta orange.
Hi, boy.
And enjoy with my 2 kids. That's it.
But your doctor said you must look after your health.
It's only, I'll rob it, Robbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be only on that day.
Okay.
And the rest of the days, no more.
Sparkling water.
Sparkling water, strictly. Thank you.
Water from Woolies, you know? So you can come out there, you know, wishing yourself a happy birthday, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah. But you know what the beauty about growing older is hopefully growing wiser.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to change about your journey? Once you've celebrated your birthday on the 5th, what for Botha is going to be important now, outside of what we've spoken about?
Yes.
I don't want to hear you saying, as I've said. You haven't said it.
Yes.
I want to hear it for the first time. So 5th of March, moving forward, what do you want to wish for yourself? What does Botha want to achieve? What are the long-term, short-term, medium-term goals that you have for yourself?
Robert, the most important thing, I want to get married, Robert.
How?
Robert. Hey. That is the most important one, Robert.
Hey.
You know, Robert.
Hey, angiphuza amanzi. Hey.
Ngifuna ukushada, Robert.
Hey.
Robert, senifuna ukushada manje.
Why?
You know, Robert, when Adam was in the field of Eden,
Yes.
and then God said, you must have someone helper.
Right.
It means if God can see that this guy, he needs a help, it means he cannot do anything for himself. There must be someone who's going to be there on his side to help him to achieve whatever that he wants to achieve. I think by now, Robert, if I was married, I don't know, I should have done things properly.
Right.
Maybe before I decide to do anything, my wife will be saying, baby Mari, you don't have a visa. Why are you taking this risk?
That's okay.
Do you think that if you don't come back, what's going to happen with us?
That's okay.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Robbie, somewhere, somehow, someone needs a helper.
That's okay.
Someone needs...
To wipe out the stupidity
Thank you.
of a man.
Of a man.
Yes.
You need someone.
Domtin.
Thank you, Robbie.
Say dom. So Cape Town, Funuya, Egypt. No visa.
No visa.
Oh, baby, baby.
Baby, no, we still need you, baby.
Yes.
We still need
yes.
you, baby.
Have you taken your mapilisi mosquito?
You see, Robbie?
Yes, you haven't. Zotinya no mosquito. Ngapha siyangcwaba iAfbob dololo.
Thank you, dololo.
Awuna nix.
Awuna lutho.
Nangu baby ke.
Uya baby ke uthi
Agnes uzothi
masimzameni.
asimfake amaphilisi.
Abe right.
Yeah, ube strong.
That's what I'm saying, Robbie.
Yeah.
Botha needs seriously
To settle down.
Settle down.
That is
Settle
amazing.
down.
But
Have
it
a
sounds
family.
like it's. Hey, let me have another sip. Sorry. It is but yo,
Nkosi yami, hayi Robiza. Hayi khona bana. Yo,
inkulu le ndaba.
hayi inkulu le ndaba.
Inkulu le ndaba.
Hayi.
Inkulu le ndaba.
Hayi ifuna umsebenzi le ndaba.
This story that you're saying now, it sounds like there's somebody.
There's somebody, Robbie. But I don't want to commit myself.
Okay. You're still checking out.
Yes, Robbie.
Yes.
I'm still checking out. I don't want to commit myself.
Watch in the Bible, who's the one who's the fisherman there? In the Bible, there's fishing for Jesus. So you still want some time to fish, no?
Yeah.
You still want some time to fish.
Yeah, I'm still fishing, Robbie.
Yeah. But then let me find out. This is important not because we're interested in people's private lives.
Yes, Robbie.
This is a journey of where the story began, in the beginning, about him and being on the road.
Yes.
Does the person have to be like you, crazy, wanting to, be in football games? So, like, let's say, I know Lady D's got a family, but I'm just saying, would it be somebody similar, like Lady D or Mom Joy or anything like, or can it be somebody who's completely different, who's working, who's doing an office job, normal 9 to 5, or somebody who's acting, I don't know, wherever, Hollywood, Movango, you name it.
Yeah.
What kind of a person would make Botha to settle down? No, would you, instead of going to 3 games or 4 games a weekend, trying to be Superman, just 1 game.
Yes.
And then let's come home.
Yeah.
What kind of a person?
I think the person who will understand who is Botha.
Right.
And then the person who will understand that he must be part of me. He must check which things that Botha loves most. And then there are things that you cannot take out of Botha. They will stay with Botha until Botha dies, which is what football. Now, if you say, I'm with you, but there's somewhere I'm going to say no to this one. But as long as it doesn't disturb the routine of Botha,
Right.
it's not a problem.
Because you want to be happy as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Make me happy, I'll make you happy. That's all.
You still want more kids?
I don't know, Robert. But I think I should have maybe at least 1 or 2.
One or
last
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the shop will be closed.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't be no more silly.
Tuck shop, I said.
Tax shop value. Shop value. Pelile. Ambagaya. No, that will be done. That will be done.
To be game over.
It will be game over, Robert. Believe me, it
Yeah.
will be game over. Aye, Pelile.
What has been the happiest moment ever for you in all of these trips that we've seen you in football? What has been that one, whether it's the one game, that one trip, that one moment that for you just was the one that made you happy? Which one is that?
Shazes, Robert, to be fair, and to tell the entire people and the entire world. It was a trip to Egypt, to be fair.
All right, I believe there's a very important person inside this vehicle. So just arriving at the stadium, Al Salam Stadium. So let's follow and find out who that person might be. All right. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at who is coming out of this vehicle from hitchhiking from South Africa to being in at the Al Salam Stadium. The one and only Botha Msila. Ladies and gentlemen, unbelievable. Hey? Having walked from Cape Town, walked across, and look at what he's getting VIP treatment. Botha Msila is here, ready to rock the entire Egypt. Hey, welcome, Botha.
First game of Bafana Bafana. To put me in a VIP car. I've never been in that expensive car in my life. And the worst scenario, it happened far away from in Egypt. We have so many people in our country who are driving those expensive cars, but they've never given me a lift. I've never found myself in that car. I just want to tell the people that that car is very, very expensive. And that car is very, 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 very comfortable, to be fair.
You didn't want to get out?
You know, Robert, you can give me a lift to go and watch Celtic playing in Cape Town. But if you say, my brother, me, I'm passing to George, I'll pass with you. Skip the game of Celtic. Just to sit in that car. I'll just watch the game of Celtics when there's a repeat. Just to pass with you to go to George. Stay in George, in that car. If you were saying, Botha, this guy's going to drive you the whole Egypt until Bafana finish the game. I won't bother to get inside the stadium and watch the game. I'll be sitting in that car.
The whole time?
The whole time.
And we've got to put on record again. We've got to thank the great Kalusha Bwalya for making it possible to give up his VIP status and driver and hand over his official vehicle, Mercedes-Benz chauffeur-driven car, which was handed over to this man for his first day at the Africa Cup of Nations. That is Ubuntu, that is brotherhood, that is solidarity. And Kalusha, King K, not too many people would do that, and we thank you for that. We thank you very, very much, Botha. I think the country might be owed a movie, a story, a documentary about you, because there's a lot of other things that we couldn't cover today.
Yes, Lord.
But it's always nice, because I think we've learned so much from what you've said today.
Yes.
And I thank you. And again, I said to him, Botha, how can we get you to come to Joburg from Bloemfontein? No, I'm on a hike.
This guy, man.
This man, and so now we're thinking, before the airlines shut down, maybe we'll squeeze him into one of the aeroplanes.
Thank you.
I know.
No, Robbie, don't worry.
I wants to hike.
I'll stick to my routine.
I don't know, but I want to thank you so very much, Botha. The country is in a better place having seen you have football in your heart. And I hope you take time, like the doctor said.
Yes, Robbie.
You have your ECGs, you check your heart, you check your overall health.
Thank you.
Stress less, do more family.
Perfect.
Chill, hambe namajita, uyifakela amajini, uyireste, overall yakho, uzoyibona next year.
Thank you, Robbie.
Yeah, I'm giving you permission.
No, thanks, Robert. I'll do that. I'll do that.
Usikhiphe ngengoma.
Yonke le ndawo uBotha uyaphumelela. Yonke le ndawo uBotha uyaphumelela. Yonke le ndawo uBotha uyaphumelela. uBotha uyaphumelela nale uBotha uyaphumelela. Cape to Cairo uBotha uyaphumelela. Cape to Cairo uBotha uyaphumelela. Cape to Cairo uBotha uyaphumelela. Yonke le ndawo uBotha uyaphumelela. uBotha uyaphumelela. Abashwe uBotha uyaphumelela. Tshela thuba uBotha.